Good morning. So this is the second video that I am making on the introduction to the course for business communication and writing skills. In the previous video, I talked to you about the title of the course, the code number of the course, and then about the course description, course objectives, and learning outcomes. And toward the end of the video, I was talking about learning unit 1 that has 4 lessons. And I said that the 3 lessons you can see in your book, but the 4th lesson, achieving success in today's competitive environment and using technology to improve business communication, I could not locate. And I asked you that you find out and tell me where this lesson is in the book. And if you remember, then what I had done was that I had taken you to the book. For example, I took you to page number 41, where I showed you part 1, chapter 1, 2, and 3 from the curriculum. But I'll ask you that, let me show you something here. Okay. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Okay. You should read this prologue, though this is not in your course, but the writers of this book ask readers to begin by reading this prologue. So what I'm doing today is I'll read the prologue and I'll set questions for you to do. So first of all, what is a prologue? You should understand the meaning of the word prologue itself. There are 2 words that come at the beginning of a book and at the end of a book. The first word is prologue, and the next word is epilogue. Prologue and epilogue, right? So prologue is, as you can read here on the screen, opening to a story that establishes the context and gives background details, right? So prologue is the context to the book, let's say. And epilogue comes at the end of the story. So let's read this prologue, building a successful career with your communication skills. 1 course, 3 powerful benefits. So we'll find out what are these 3 powerful benefits of reading this course book. You will invest considerable time and energy in this course, so it's fair to ask what you will get in return. The simple answer, a lot. If you practice the techniques you will discover here and you will discover here and use this opportunity to develop with your instructor's guidance, we are confident this course will help you in 3 important ways. So do you see the very first thing? The writers are asking you to practice the techniques. So whatever we learn in this class, business commission class, I request you to apply that, right, in life or in a job if you have one. So this course focuses more on practical, whereas your curriculum focuses more on theory. right? The problem, see, the curriculum says 2.5 hours credit hour is theory and 0.5 credit hour is practice. And the book says that practice is more important than theory, but I think both are important. So what are the three important ways that this course will help? One is it will help you succeed in college. If you do all these things, you will pass, no doubt. It will help you conduct a more successful job search. There are chapters where you learn to make your biodata or CV. There are chapters that teach you to write recommendation letters. There are chapters that teach you to write uh, job application letters. And definitely knowing how to write a good job application, knowing how to conduct a good online job search, how to write employment related documents will help you to get a better job. It will help you succeed in your first job to see so you can build a thriving career. I don't know how. I haven't gone through that chapter yet. Okay. It will, oh, second, I missed second. It will help you succeed in college. It will help you succeed in job search. And if so three things. This book will help you succeed in college. This book will help you succeed in your job search. And this book will help you succeed in your first job. The following sections expand on this promise and offer valuable career planning advice. Table 1 on the next page highlights the specific features of this book that can help you at every stage. So we have a table here. Where is it? Here we have. Let's say table 1. Where the table 1 is? Yes, table 1. Textbook features to help you at every stage of college and career. So let's see what are the features of this textbook in our course. Stage 1, succeeding in college. Stage 2, conducting a successful job search. Stage 3, succeeding in your first job. We have this horizontal axis. Then we have beginning of chapter. Within the chapter, end of chapter. So a chapter has three parts: beginning, within, and end. Now, at the beginning of the chapter, you learn about textbook feature like learning objectives. You will learn about, let me show you. Let me show you. Just a minute. Look here. This is the chapter, beginning of the chapter. You have the title of the chapter, and here you have the learning objectives, right? So the chapter opens with learning objectives. This is what you are supposed to learn in this chapter. So the textbook opens with the learning objectives. Learning objectives means what skills and knowledge you're going to gain. Now, in this course, use these to focus your study and review. So, in your class, you carefully read these learning objectives and understand what you are going to focus in the chapter and what you are going to study in this chapter, what you're going to review in this chapter, right? Okay. Then the second is communication close-up. Let me show you the communication close-up. Because this is a course on business communication, and you will find that every chapter opens with a case study, a story from the business world, a story about how business firms and organizations use communication to succeed. And here you have a story about the Dutch Airlines KLM, that was the first airline to use a social media platform to expand its business. You should carefully read this story and understand what this story is trying to say. What you will find here is that the story presents a situation at the organization. It presents the problems they were having at the organization, and then it tells how they used social media, for example, to solve their problem. Okay, go back to page 30. So we have communication close-up, case study, a story. See how the pros use chapter concepts. So here you will learn the concept of the chapter in practice being applied, and you will understand, for example, in the first chapter you will learn about digital communication, social communication, and in the story you will see how digital social communication is used to solve a problem. Stage 2, conducting a job search. Now if you read this communication close-up carefully, in the college you will learn these things. After college, conducting a job search, get a sense of life on the job in various professions. So this story will give you an idea, how is life as a professional, how is life when you become a job holder in a company. Okay, then third feature is, so this is beginning of the chapter. Now you go to the middle of the chapter, margin notes. Scan to get a quick review of the chapter. Let me show you example of margin notes. Okay. Just a minute. Your chapter starts here. So the first section is understanding why communication matters. And you have a paragraph here. A paragraph has two things. It has the main idea and it has details. What did I say? A paragraph has the main idea and a paragraph has the details. For example, the good thing with this book is that this book has margin notes here. You have the learning objective first. This learning objective is the same at the beginning of this chapter. And here, look, communication is the process of transferring information, meaning, and understanding between students and receivers. Sorry, I misread, between senders and receivers. So what do you find here? You see a very simple definition of the word communication. And the first paragraph defines communication. So even if you forget what you read in this paragraph, you should note this down in your note copy and make sure you understand this thing at least. So you have margin notes. And I said the margin notes summarize the main idea of the given paragraph. And you should read the paragraph carefully, and then you should note the margin notes in your note copy. Scan to get a quick review of the chapter. Margin notes, for example, let's do that. Let's do that right now. Let's go to page 44 and scan it. So we won't read this paragraph. Let's scan. Communication is the process of transferring information, meaning, and understanding between senders and receivers. First idea. If you haven't read the prologue yet, we encourage you to give it a quick read now. It will help you get the most out of your textbook, and it offers tips on using this course to plan a more successful and less stressful job search. So they're asking us to read the prologue at the very first beginning, and we are doing that. In every career path, you can take employee, independent freelancer, entrepreneur, manager. You will need strong communication skills. Okay, let's read it down. We're not reading the paragraphs. We're reading only margin notes as they asked us to do. Okay, here we have companies rely on communication for efficient operations, timely business intelligence, and positive relationships. Stakeholders are any persons or organizations significantly affected by a company's business decisions and operations. So here you have the definition of the word stakeholders. Go down. Effective Messages are practical, factual, concise, clear, and persuasive. Learning objective 2. Explain what it means to communicate as a professional in a business context. Professionalism is the quality of performing at a high level and conducting oneself with purpose and pride. Definition of professionalism. Then employers expect you to possess a wide range of communication skills like critical thinking. Critical thinking is the ability to evaluate evidence completely and objectively in order to perform logical conclusions and make sound recommendations. So here you have a very good definition of what critical thinking is, and you should keep it in memory. I might ask you in class, I might just make you stand up and tell me the definition just based on watching this video. Okay, then we go down. Here we have a margin note about mobile app Pocket. And then we have here, the formal communication network mirrors the company's organizational structure. What is formal communication network? Okay, then go down. The informal communication network encompasses all communication that occurs outside the formal network. The audience-centered approach involves understanding, respecting, and meeting the needs of your audience members. It is also known as adopting the you attitude. Learning objective 3. Contrast the conventional communication process model with the social communication model. Let me drink lukewarm water. This is what I do early morning. It's 15 to 5. Sorry for the distraction. So learning objective 3 will help you understand conventional communication process and social communication model. Viewing communication as a process helps you identify steps you can take to improve your success as a communicator. Go down. My laptop has become slow. When senders encode ideas into messages, they express those ideas in words or images. The communication medium is the form a message takes. The communication channel is a system used to deliver the message. When receivers decode messages, they extract meaning from the words or images they have received. Feedback is a reaction from the receiver back to the original sender that can offer clues about how successful the original message was. Meaning of feedback. Go down. Communication barriers can block or distort messages before they reach the intended audience. Effect of communication barrier. Then minimizing barriers and distractions in the communication environment is everyone's responsibility. Okay. To truly receive a message, audience members need to sense it, select it, and then receive it as a message. Selection attention is focusing on a subset of incoming stimuli or messages while ignoring others. It can cause intended recipients to block out some or all of your messages. To improve the odds that your message will be successfully received by your audience, pay close attention to expectations, ease of use, familiarity, empathy, and technical capability. Decoding is a complex process. Receivers often extract different meanings from messages than senders attempted to encode in their messages. Look, I'm teaching you this video, and I don't know what you get and what I want you to get. It's human nature to protect our views of the world and of ourselves, even to the extent of ignoring or distorting incoming information to fit our preconceived notions of reality. Audiences will likely respond to a message if they remember it, if they are able to respond, and if they are properly motivated to respond. By explaining how audiences will benefit by responding positively to your messages, you will increase their motivation to respond. The social communication model is interactive, conversational, and usually open to all who wish to participate. Social communication has two potential disadvantages for business: less control over messages and greater complexity. Learning objective 4. Identify 5 major benefits of business communication technology and 3 major innovations that are reshaping the practice of communication. Last margin note: the potential benefits of communication technology include greater effectiveness, greater efficiency, better and easier research, improved decision-making, fewer barriers. We have another mobile app, Rescue Time. You can check online that. Information overload occurs when people receive more information than they can effectively process. As I'm making this video, it might cause information overload if I make it a lengthy video, and if I ask you to do a lot of things, you may have this information overload, which is not a good idea. Social media empower stakeholders as participants in the communication process by allowing them to share content, revise content, respond to content, or contribute new content. Mobile technology has become an essential part of the digital workplace. Reading and writing are generally more difficult and prone to errors on smaller mobile screens. Mobile technology alters the way people live and work, which requires communicators to modify their approach. Intelligent communication technology, ICT, uses artificial intelligence to enhance the communication experience. Commercial use of AI, artificial intelligence, is expanding rapidly, and much of this use involves business communication. Machine learning is the general capacity of computers to learn. Deep learning is a specific type of machine learning that uses multiple layers of neural networks. Again, we have another mobile app, Color Note. We have had 3 mobile apps here. Okay, then we next section. What is this? Empowering communicators with intelligent communication technology. You have a box, reading box, that has additional information. Okay. Do we have? Yes, we have learning objective 5. Define ethics, explain the difference between an ethical dilemma and an ethical lapse, and list 5 guidelines for making ethical communication choices. Ethics are the accepted principles of right and wrong that govern behavior and decision making within a society. Ethical communication includes all the information an audience needs to make an informed decision or take an informed stance on an issue. Withholding information, distorting information, and plagiarizing are all forms of unethical communication. Transparency is a sense of openness that gives audience members access to all the information they need to process messages accurately. Plagiarism is presenting someone else's words or other creative products as your own. Suppose I read this line, I spoke and I copy in my note, and I don't acknowledge that it's from this book, is plagiarism. Copyright is a form of legal protection for the originators of creative content. An ethical dilemma is a choice between alternatives that may all be ethical and valid to varying degrees. An ethical lapse is making a choice you know to be unethical. A code of ethics is a document that outlines a company's ethics policies and establishes expectations for all employees. Okay. To judge whether you are communicating ethically, ask yourself, am I being honorable? Am I giving people the information they need? Have I considered the effects of my message? Am I respecting the rights of others? Would a different approach be better? Business communication is governed by a wide variety of laws designed to ensure accurate, complete messages. Intellectual property (IP) includes copyrighted materials and industrial property such as patents, product designs, and logos. Defamation is the intentional public communication of false statements that damage character or reputation. Learning objective 6. Identify 6 related skills that you will have the opportunity to develop as you work on your communication skills in this course. What are they? Let's check. Oh. Identify 6 related skills that you will have the opportunity to develop as you work on your communication skills in this course. And they are here. 1. Critical thinking. 2. Collaboration. 3. Knowledge application and analysis. 4. Business ethics and social responsibility. 5. Information technology skills. 6. Data literacy. These are the 6 skills that will help you develop as you work on your communication skills in this course. So, okay, what I did, let me take you to page number 30. Look what we did. Scan to get a quick review of the chapter. I showed you by doing it. Within few minutes, I don't know, 10 minutes, I guess, we scan the whole chapter. Now I know what is in this chapter. Now your assignment is, you make a note on what I read and prepare an outline of this chapter. Okay. Now the next, you have figures, right? Study model documents to see what works and what does not. What is a figure in this course? Study model documents to see what works and what does not. In other courses, study reports and other model documents to improve your writing. In stage 2, conducting a successful job search. So figures can help you use model letters and resumes to build your job search package. Let me show you these study models, or I will do later on. You have samples. For example, in the chapter where you learn to write CV, they have given a sample CV. In the chapter where you learn to write email, they have given a sample email. So you will have models given there. Okay, then you have tables. Besides figures, you have tables that get quick summaries of important topics such as writing effective email messages. This one, as you can see on the screen, this is a table. Look, this table summarizes what you find in a chapter, for example. This is a summary outline of a chapter. So tables get quick summaries of important topics such as writing effective email messages. Get quick summaries of important topics in other courses. Get quick summaries of important topics for job search. Get quick summaries of important topics in your first job. So you will learn to create outline of the job, of your responsibility, for example. Mobile app highlights. Many of these apps can help with schoolwork. Many of these apps can help with schoolwork. Use selected apps to help you in job search. use the apps on the job. Checklists are there. Confirm understanding of each section. Let me show you one checklist. I guess I may have 68. We may have a checklist. We don't have. Wait a minute. Let me see if we have checklist. A checklist comes at the end of a chapter where they give you a number of points that you should make sure that you have understood before you move further. Okay. I couldn't show you. You can just yourself find out and look what it is. So checklist confirm understanding of each section. You can use checklist for a quick review if needed when writing. When you finish reading this chapter, you can use checklist to ensure that you understand this chapter. You can use them. Sorry, it's early morning and I drink lukewarm water, about 4 glasses. Then I have my morning biscuit, and then I have this hot lemon. Let me know what you take early morning when you prepare for your college. Okay, so we have highlight boxes also. Apply your skills now helps you apply communication skills in and out of class. Let me show you this thing. Let me show you. Apply skills box. Page 69. Apply skills box. I think. Summary. Test your knowledge. Yes, here it is. Apply your knowledge. So here there are assignments given. You can apply what you learned in the chapter. Practice your skills, right? Exercises are given there. Expand your skills, exercises. Build your career, right? Okay. Page 30. Okay. So apply your skills now helps you to apply communication skills in and out of class. Apply your skills now helps you apply skills in and out of class in other courses. It develops as a professional. Developing as a professional gets you ready for the world of work. When you learn application, practical, you develop. Intelligent communication technology and practicing ethical communication prepare you for a job. Communication challenges. Solve realistic challenges from the company profiled in chapter opening close-up, right? Communication challenges, let me show you. 69. Communication challenges. Let me show you. Apply knowledge, practice skills, expand your skills, build your career. Wait a minute. Yeah, communication challenges at KLM. So here is a task for you. Individual challenge, find a recent Twitter or Facebook conversation dealing with a question or complaint between a passenger and KLM. You can use the main KLM account or a country account for this. How well do you think KLM handled the conversation? Team challenge, Work in a team assigned by your instructor. Find and select a KLM Twitter account in any language you can read. Analyze the writing style of KLM tweets. Choose another airline's Twitter account and analyze a series of its tweets. So they give you challenges to work, and we'll do that. We'll do that. Okay, 30 is again. So then key terms glossary. Quickly refer to important terms. Let me show you. 70. You have key terms here. Let me show you key terms. Key terms and notes. Here you are. Look, what does audience-centered approach mean? Code of ethics. I mean, you should get by heart these things. You must make sure you understand all these key terms. This is how you will develop the vocabulary for business communication. If you have all these, if you understand these terms, in future you'll be able to talk better while communicating in the world of business. Okay, let's go back to page 30 again. Okay. Test your knowledge. Confirm your recall of essential ideas from the chapter. Apply your knowledge. Analyze communication scenarios to hone your insights. This is end communication challenge, key terms, end of the chapter, right? Then practice your skills, practice chapter skills in a variety of challenges. Expand your skills, build your career. Cases, selected chapters, only in chapters. 5-minute guides, only in select some chapters. My lab business communication. Let me show you these things. 71. So let me show you when your chapter is over. So your chapter comes to an end here, right? Let's say chapter is over. Now at the end of chapter, you have the communication challenge first. Communication challenge, individual challenge, team challenge to solve. Then you have key terms to get by heart, right? Then you have summary of learning objectives. You have model answers to these questions there. 6 learning objectives, 6 answers, right? Then you have apply your knowledge, test your knowledge. What are the 3 essential areas in which communication can benefit an organization? Learning objective 1, you can go back and check. What process identifies the negotiated meaning between a sender and receiver? Learning objective 1. Then you have apply your knowledge section. Why are communication skills important for your career in relation to the changing nature of employment? Should managers try to shut down the informal communication network if they discover that employees are spreading negative gossip or false rumors? Why or why not? How would multiple messages interfere with the process of communication and lead to a misunderstanding? Applying your knowledge. Then practice your skills. Analyzing communication effectiveness. Learning objective 1. Read the following blog post and then analyze whether the message is effective or ineffective. Be sure to explain why and revise the message so that it follows this chapter's guidelines. And here is the blog. It has come to my attention that many of you are lying on your time cards. If you come in late, you should not put 8 on your card. If you take a long lunch, you should not put 1 on your time card. I will not stand for this type of cheating. I simply have no choice but to institute an employee monitoring system. Beginning next Monday, video cameras will be installed at all entrances to the building, and your entry and exit times will be logged each time you use electronic key cards to enter or leave. Anyone who is late for work or late coming back from lunch more than 3 times will have to answer to me. I don't care if you had to take a nap or if your girls had to shop. This is a place of business, and we do not want to be taken advantage of by slackers who are cheaters to boot. It is too bad that a few bad apples always have to spoil things for everyone. God. Read the following blog and then analyze whether the message is effective or ineffective. Be sure to explain why. So you have practicing your skills. More exercises are there, right? Many. Then you have expand your skills, critique the professionals, locate an example of professional communication from a reputable online source. It can relate any aspect of business communication from an advertisement or a press release to a company blog or website. Evaluate this communication effort in light of any aspect of this chapter that is relevant to the sample and interesting to you. For example, is the piece effective, audience-centered, ethical, using whatever medium your instructor requests? Write a brief analysis of the piece, no more than one page, citing specific elements from the piece and support from the chapter. So you do these things. Then build your career. Take a 20-question self-assessment in table 2 on page 35 in the prologue. Are you able to answer most of the questions with confidence, or are you unsure about some of these factors? For the items you are unsure about, what steps can you take to get more clarity before you begin your job search? Has this self-assessment changed your thoughts on the type of career and employment path you would like to pursue? Keep your answers handy as you move through the job search process and use them to evaluate job offers to see how well they align with how you would like to spend your working years. When you read aloud like this, it improves your pronunciation, right? I love reading aloud and fast like this. So building your career. Then you have endnotes, you can omit them. Endnotes are when you have some confusion, then they're written superscript 1, 2, 3, and you can come to this section and check the meaning of given words. So let me go back to 30 page. So I was reading prologue, and this is the part 1 of the video where I'm reading prologue. And you saw how this given table summarizes the whole chapter. So your chapter has beginning part, it has within chapter part, then it has end of chapter part, then there is online my lab business communication. Use this optional online system for customized learning and more. And you saw how this table beautifully outlines this chapter. And I took you kind of virtual tour through the book, and I guess this must have helped you understand the chapter. Don't be scared, don't be overwhelmed. I know you can do it. So I stop this video here, and now the assignment is stop the video, take your pen, open the copy. In one page, summarize what you learned watching the video. I repeat, writing assignment. In one page, summarize what you learned watching this video. Thank you.